All right, Coach. Come after last week, got a win on Idaho. Just what are your just feelings, going down there and beating kind of a regional rival?
It's always great to knock off a local team that you have a lot of fans that kind of are intermixed. There's a lot of people here that went to school there or vice versa, and we recruit a lot of the same kids. So it's always nice to come out ahead, and I felt like our players just did a nice job of playing defense and really responding to what we wanted to do in our scouts, and they just executed our defensive plan really well.
Going off the defense, just how are you able to rebounding and keeping them at a low shooting percentage? Just overall, how does that sort of connect together?
Yeah, that's something that is a goal of ours. We really try to obviously only give them one shot is one of the keys, but always having contested shots. And Idaho's always has a really good shooting team. And so we didn't want to allow them to get started from the 3-point line. And I thought that our rotations really worked really well so that they didn't have too many open looks. Most of them were contested. There was somebody either flying out at them or, locked in right on the shooter. And so we were able to keep their percentages down really well.
Obviously, Aaliyah matched your career high in points. Is it just like every week she just feels it, or do you think is that just her role that she's embraced that being the go-to?
Man, she's just a stud. We love having her on our team, and she's just a matchup problem. And so, some games she'll have smaller guards on her, and we'll try to put her inside where she can score pretty well. We were able to find her at Idaho a couple different times on mismatches inside, whether it was an inbounds play or within our action. But she can also step out and hit threes. She can attack you off the bounce. So she does a good job of recognizing her mismatches and kind of figuring out the best way to score. And we were struggling to score a little bit at Idaho, but Aaliyah wasn't. And we just kind of, she carried us and as she's been doing quite often lately.
Yeah, Jamie obviously fills up the stat sheet. She had 10 rebounds, 7 points, I think 6 assists, 3 or 4 steals. What does that just mean that she can, she becomes your leading rebounder, your point scorer, or it still runs the offense the whole time?
Yeah, I think it's rare, right, when your point guard can be your leading rebounder. And Jamie just is that. She's just the glue of our team. She kind of holds us together. She defends so well. She can guard, up and down the lineup when we switch. She's can match up with anybody on anybody's roster, and she just really disrupts things defensively, forcing turnovers or getting her hands on a lot of balls for steals, getting rebounds, like you said, and then offensively she just runs everything for us, and just is so unselfish. There's so many times that she could shoot, she could look to score herself, and she'll distribute it to one of her teammates, and she's just a great teammate. She's just a winner. She'll do whatever it takes to win.
Looking ahead to this week, Weaver State and Idaho State, what have you just seen from them, through their short conference schedules?
Yeah, they're both 2-2. They had sweeps last weekend, so they're both going on 2-game win streaks. We have Weber State coming up first, and they have a lot of returners. They have some star power. They have Matthews and Hickok, who are, all conference type players that we really have to focus on. They've brought in a new point guard and have some other younger players that have gotten more experience and are doing really well. So I think they're a tough team. They knocked us off there last year, so we have that in our mind that nothing's going to be easy. Every single game you have to make sure you show up, and they just defend and work really hard. And like I said, have a couple of really good players you have to focus on. So hopefully we can lock in defensively.
Obviously Wednesday, Thursday will be Kids Day. What is that? Having the kids come out and support the team.
It's huge. We love having this partnership with the Spokane school districts and the Cheney Unified school districts. And a lot of these kids have never been on a college campus or haven't been to a game for sure. And so just to have them to get that experience that, if I see her, I can be her. So we love to have little girls here that, maybe it can aspire to be a Division I basketball player, or maybe we'll just go start to play basketball. And I think that having these great role models, our team are just filled up and down our roster with role models for these little kids, and they embrace it. We love having them on campus. And then obviously just having, upwards of over 2,000 students, and then our regular fan base, it just makes for a great atmosphere. It's really fun. It's something we look forward to. Our players look forward to on our schedule every year. It's loud. We love the noise, but it is loud. We had a kids game at Cal this year as well, and makes it tough to call some plays and that kind of thing, to talk to your team at timeouts, but we'll take it. It's a lot of fun.
Just going overall this season now, you guys are on a 7-game win streak. Matches the comp program record.
Oh.
I guess just how does that sort of continue to develop the program that way?
Yeah, obviously that's a fun fact for me. It's not really something that we look at, I guess, as a staff or as a program. We always are just focused on one game at a time. So if we break the record, that's great. But we're most worried about just that single game. We try to talk about being 1-0 every game, and then moving on to the next one and being 1-0. And so that's really our mindset, is just focusing on Weber State, and then once they're done, then we'll focus on Idaho State. So it's cool, but we're just more worried about those conference standings and rankings, and making sure that we can win as many games as we can.
Just go out, you have a lot of local talent. Ellie just said to Andy, what is that? How is that sort of identity of your team based on local play?
Yeah, we love to have the local talent. We have Ellie Bonai returned here from Spokane Valley. She was a U High grad and went out of state to start her career, and then we were able to get her back here this year, and we're hoping to see her get some more action here as she gets more comfortable and healthy and all those kinds of things. So we really hope to get her on the court a little bit more here in the next few games, and then she just can play 1 through 4 for us in our offense. It's very open to be able to play any position. So we hope to get her out here. And then you said Andy and Jacinta both are Lewis and Clark grads. Been to the program. These are 3 years for both of them, and they're just awesome kids. They work really hard. Jacinta's in our starting lineup, is just so versatile, can play a little bit of everything, can guard anybody, and really can has a tough matchup as well. She can shoot the 3, she can go inside. So she's a tough one as well. And then Andy Zylock is one of our backup point guards. And, she started as a point guard as a freshman, and then just is such a great human being that, she is the first one off the bench, even though she's not maybe in the starting lineup. She's the first one up to, congratulate a teammate. She's just wants to win. She's very competitive, and we love that about her. So we love having the local players, and so we try to recruit them as much as we can. And I think we have 11 from Washington State, so that's kind of one of our goals too, is to stay in the region.